Hello, my name is Sang-Hoon Lee, and I'm an external consultant in the agricultural sector of NIA. In this session, I will introduce the smart farm ODA cases, including how to link with various institutions. This chapter focused on the projects implemented by NIA to help you learn about the smart farm and smart farm ODA. Through this lecture, you will be able to understand what smart farms play in responding to climate change and improving productivity, and why your country needs them. The objective of this lecture is first to introduce innovative agricultural technologies related to smart farms, including how to apply them to your country. Second, it introduced the technical assistance or TA cases that NIA is implementing in developing countries. Eventually, I hope it plays an active role in identifying and implementing smart farm ODA projects through various organizations in Korea and abroad using NIA's TA or FS as the motivation in developing countries. First, I will define smart farm as well as why smart farm technologies are needed in developing countries. What is a smart farm? I will begin with its functions, including how smart farm can improve the limitations of the current agriculture. Technically, smart farms use sensors to monitor temperature, humidity, carbon dioxide, and light intensity and conduct scientific cultivation with the data. Based on the data, it applies the automation function and the function of controlling greenhouses remotely to enable convenient and scientific farming simultaneously. These advanced technologies enable precision farming, eventually producing products of high and consistent quality. Protected farming of smart farm is also a solution to increase productivity since the system is less affected by the climate and it can produce products all year round. This chapter shows the areas applying smart farms. They are applied very actively in Korea. First of all, the most widely applied field worldwide is horticulture. It mainly maximizes productivity by applying hydroponic technology. Smart orchard technology is also applied to the bare ground to increase or lower the temperature through fogging and also inform the emergence of pests in advance. Finally, the livestock sector also actively applies smart farm technology. The technology is widely applied to poultry and piggery. Technologies such as temperature, humidity, carbon dioxide monitoring, environmental management, and then automatic feeding are mainly applied. Look at the two pictures on the slide. Both are tomatoes grown in developing countries. Can you tell the difference between them from the picture? The left picture shows the tomatoes produced in developing countries, and the right picture shows tomatoes produced by smart farm. Can you see the difference? First of all, tomatoes produced in developing countries are not uniform in size, and they are sold at low prices. On the other hand, tomatoes produced by smart farms are productive because they are produced for 10 months and they have a uniform size. Moreover, they are sold at high prices because they are considered gap crops. In addition, the sugar content is 12 bricks, which is higher than typical strawberry. This slide shows why developing countries also need smart farms. Like other countries, developing countries are suffering from natural disasters and environmental pollution. They use agricultural chemicals indiscriminately, polluting the environment. Moreover, since crops are produced on a small scale, on bare ground, productivity is low and the quality is poor. As a result, most farms are small and farmers earn lower income than people in cities. Solving the problems would require modernized agriculture less affected by climate, and the production of high-quality crops. This slide shows high-value crops that smart farms can produce in high yield and realize high profits. From tomatoes on the left to paprika in the middle and strawberries on the right, and the melons and cucumbers at the bottom. All of them are good candidates for smart farm production. These crops can be cultivated for a long time, all year round, and they can generate high profits through high yield. This section describes the current status of smart farm projects implemented by NIA. NIA has implemented 47 TAs jointly with international organizations such as World Bank and IFAD since 2009. The service types include ICT consulting, joint study, and capacity building. The projects are in a wide range of sectors, including IT policy, environment, education, energy, and agriculture. This slide shows NIA's joint TA procedure. First, a partner country requests TA to NIA. Then NIA forms a TA team of international and external experts. The team performs the TA then, and upon completion of the TA, its result will be shared. And the NIA provides support for the following project. This slide describes the smart farm TA cases implemented by NIA in developing countries. 3 TAs have been executed on each year between 2018 and 2020 for smart farm ODA implementation. A TA was executed in Sri Lanka in 2018, and then Vietnam in 2019, and Myanmar in 2020. The TA provides the direction of a smart farm ODA in each country. The TA in Sri Lanka was joint effort by IFAD, MASL, and NIA. The project was to construct a model smart potato farm in cooperation with IFAD's SAPP program for small farmers and Mawali Authority of Sri Lanka. This program was executed in the form of PPP with a local strawberry producer and distributor called Jagro. It is a successful case of TA leading to the construction of an actual smart farm. NIA's TA conducted the feasibility study, and the local company Jagro and a Korean company formed a local joint venture and constructed a smart farm of about 1,000 square meters. The smart farm also included a program for training about 90 local farmers. The plan is to produce crops under a specific brand. The TA begins in 2018, and the FS report was completed in 2019. The TA additionally provided the action plan for the future project. In 2020, the MOA for PPP, Private-Public Partnership Investment, and the contract was signed by the Korean and Sri Lankan partners to kick off the project. The smart farm equipment was delivered to the local site in 2020, although the installation is a bit delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Construction is scheduled to begin soon and is to be completed by the end of this year. The next case is the Smart Farm TA for a project in Myanmar. TA agricultural modernization project with a loan from World Bank is ongoing in Myanmar, and NIA conducted the TA so that Myanmar can include the Smart Farm as a World Bank project component. The TA was executed for about 5 months from July to December 2020. NIA's TA proposed the construction of model smart farms as shown on the slide in Myanmar. It proposed a small smart mango, paprika, and strawberry smart farm in Naypyidaw, Pegu, and Shan State. The proposal included state-of-the-art and moderate greenhouse types, as well as a vertical strawberry farm using a container. The report presented the vision and master plan of a smart farm application, spreading through various institutions and international development banks, starting with NIA's TA. NIA's TA supported the feasibility of introducing smart farms, and the model presented in the feasibility study will be implemented as a demonstration project jointly by the World Bank and the Korea Agency under the Ministry of Agriculture. Although it has already been agreed with the Korean government and the World Bank, it has been postponed for the time being due to political issues in Myanmar. NIA presented the vision of constructing a smart farm complex using loans through IDBs or Korea's EDCF after the demonstration project completion. This section presents the procedure for identifying smart farm ODA project opportunities and turning them into follow projects. I will briefly explain the contents of Smart Farm ODA TA implemented by NIA. NIA TA prepares the action plan for Smart Farm ODA through 6 steps for your country. Your country will receive the action plan prepared through the policy analysis and climate analysis and market analysis, crop selection, and site analysis related to smart farms. The action plan guides you on how to apply smart farm to your country in the short and long term. Finally, an action plan report like the picture here on the bottom right is published and provided. Lastly, I will summarize all the contents I've explained so far into a single diagram and give you another summary. Upon receiving the request for the Smart Farm TA from a recipient country or international organization, NIA formed a team of international and external experts to conduct TA in the country. The TA presents the overall Smart Farm ODA and the country's approach and the country implementations of the ODA demonstrations project and the industrial ODA through the relevant ministry of the Korean government. If the demonstration project and the industrial ODA are successfully implemented, it can spread widely throughout the country. You can then proceed with a large-scale project through Korean EDCF or IDB loans. I hope this presentation helped you understand what smart pumps are and why they are needed and how to approach them to introduce them in your country. Moreover, I hope that Korea's success case of applying smart pumps in agriculture can also be applied to your country to develop agriculture and help people manage more enriched living. This concludes this session. Thank you. Thank you very much.